All right, so this week I have a major goal that I'm striving for, which is that I am going to hit my 200th book talk this week. In addition to that, I am pushing for 100 subscribers on YouTube because if you're not aware, YouTube will only allow you to have a personalized URL if you meet a few criteria, and one of those is you have to have 100 subscribers. So I definitely would appreciate any of you who have not subscribed to hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends to come hit the subscribe button, and that would help the channel out. And this week, going to do something a little bit fun to me, which is going to focus on some Star Wars books. I've already done a few. I've got a playlist on there of Star Wars book talks, but going to hit a couple more. And today I'm actually going to do two, but I'm going to count this as one book talk because I need 6 book talks to hit the 200, and so I'm going to probably do 2 book talks on Friday as a way to kind of wrap it up. But today I want to talk about 2 books, both written by E.K. Johnston. The first one that came out was this book, Queen's Shadow. Now, Queen's Shadow these books are obviously set kind of around the time of Phantom Menace and that trilogy. And this deals primarily with sort of the story behind Padma Amidala's handmaidens, and it's dealing with sort of the ending of Amidala's time as queen, which, you know, there's some stuff that really wasn't covered in the movies necessarily, or maybe wasn't as clear to me when I watched the movies, that was so interesting when I read this book. Like, for instance, the queens of Naboo are elected, and that they serve a set time limit as queen, and then they pass the mantle on, which makes more sense as to how Amidala became a senator, makes it a little bit more clear. But this deals with her handmaidens and kind of the premise behind them, and it was really a phenomenal story. The background here says, when Padma Amidala steps down from her position as Queen of Naboo, she's ready to set aside her title and return to life out of the spotlight. But to her surprise, the new queen asks Padma to continue serving their people, this time in the Galactic Senate. Padma is unsure about her new role, but cannot turn down the request, especially since, thanks to her dearest friend and decoy Sabe, she can be in 2 places at once. So while Padme plunges into politics, Sabe sets off on a mission dear to Padme's heart. And it kind of goes on from there. But so really phenomenal. Now, I'm going to say, this came out first. The new book, which is new within the last few months, is Queen's Peril. And this actually takes place previous to that book. So this book takes place when Padme first becomes queen. And it sort of covers the hiring and the recruitment of her handmaidens. And really phenomenal book as far as establishing the relationships between them, the characterization. There's multiples of them and why they were each chosen and what role they serve, and even the tension of being a queen versus being a friend, and how that can be very difficult at times. Now, I will say this book, I loved both of these books so much. This book can feel a little bit choppy at the end, but that's because this book literally fills in some gaps in the Phantom Menace. And so there are things that are happening at the end of this book that happened during the Phantom Menace, but you didn't see them. And so you really want to watch the Phantom Menace with this. Now, I know Phantom Menace is not everyone's favorite Star Wars movies, but I feel like it really grows on you as time goes on. And there are still problems, but it's a phenomenal movie. So really loved both of these books. If you get a chance, you should pick them both up. They're by E.K. Johnston, Queen's Shadow and Queen's Peril. So thanks. Pick them up.